All right. Welcome everybody. And Eileen just put Happy May while there's a Justin Timberlake song on. I did not actually mean to do that, and the little fun little connection there, but it was a fun coincidence. I only realized when she said Happy May, so it's gonna be May. Um, Hello everyone. Welcome to this Power Hour focused on fun with entrepreneurial kits and activities. We want to make sure with all of what we do that we are building valuable life skills and engaging our kids. I am Elizabeth Clymer, the Senior Manager of Education for Young Entrepreneur Institute. We have a terrific lineup for you today with some great resources to strengthen your programs and help the kids that you work with at all ages. As you joined, we were playing Can't Stop the Feeling by Justin Timberlake just to get us in that positive, upbeat mode, get us our open minds exploring and ready to hear about the great projects to create that excitement in your programs and hopefully get your kids bopping along too. So on the first slide that you see, we were asking you where you're joining from, what age do you work with? We're just interested in kind of seeing where you're from and who's joining today. So please go ahead and put those in the chat. And you can keep doing that while we go. And Mary, if you want to switch to the other, yep. So here we have these amazing speakers for you today. First, we have Elizabeth Rains. Elizabeth's path has bridged entrepreneurship and education. She helped her family start and run a business before she discovered the joys of teaching. She became an after-school tutor and worked mostly with first and second generation American students. While developing lessons and programs, her primary objective was to be a champion of students' uniqueness, strength, and curiosity. True to her small business beginnings, Elizabeth has also helped fellow entrepreneurs develop human-centric aspects of their businesses. After Elizabeth, we will hear from LaJAshley. As a chemist, educator, and innovator, Laura is on a mission to make science accessible and beautiful. She first launched LaJAshley to provide high-performance, all-natural vegan hair and skincare, and has now expanded into inside-outside beauty with her newly launched Superfood Beauty Drink Mix. I gotta slow down. Beyond her own formulations, Laura is dedicated to inspiring the next generation through LaJAshley Little Science Lab. Her STEM kits featuring experiments like the Ecolip Elixir and Bubbly Botanica Bath Bomb also allows students to step into the role of chemist, proving that with the right tools, anyone can be an innovator. Then Abby Neeson, from CEOs of Tomorrow will share with us. Abby works as the CEO of Tomorrow's Youth Empowerment Coach and has been working in youth serving organizations for more than 5 years. With a BS in Women and Gender Studies from North Dakota State, they are passionate about creating welcoming and safe spaces for youth to thrive and learn no matter what they are doing, where they come from, and who they are. After Abby, and this, if Suzanne joins us after Abby, we will hear from Suzanne Apple from the Young CEO Squad, and I will do her introduction at that point if she is able to make it. And if not, I will talk a little bit about that product since I just actually used it in a club. So just to get the resource out there. So just a quick reminder that we are recording this session. The slides and links from this Power Hour will be sent to you after the program. And please feel free to ask questions and keep giving comments or information about yourself in that chat. So with no further ado, Elizabeth, I'm going to kick it off to you.
Hi. Oh my goodness. It is going to be hard to follow that up. I heard so many great things about everybody that's in the room here. Very honored to be here. My name is Elizabeth Rains and I'm with VentureLab. I'm going to jump right in so that we can get you all some materials that are all available on the Yippee platform. I'll talk for just a minute or two to tell you who we are at VentureLab and what we do. One thing is that we practice what we preach, and right now we are innovating on an AI. Oh, no, I've lost my windows. No, I'm not going to make it to AI world if I can't even navigate Zoom. All right. I will put that link over in the chat. If you all could just give us a little bit of feedback on how you're using AI now. We have been learning in our own work how to use it, and we're looking to pass that knowledge along to you. Okay, so I'll do a little bit of an introduction here and then get you guys some resources. So at VentureLab, we have a lot of resources and materials aimed at closing the opportunity gap that exists, especially between girls and underserved youth, and seeing their place in STEM learning and in entrepreneurial learning. We have served over 1 million students across the world and across all 50 states in the United States. And our view of entrepreneurship is that it is more than starting a business. It is a set of skill sets and mindsets that youth carry with them everywhere that they go in life. So these are some words that you may be familiar with if you're already doing this work. Okay, these are the problem solving, curiosity, persistence, and grit that you see in your students already in your learning space. And our tools are there to help elevate that in them. We know that also that these are employability skills, these are career readiness skills, they are durable skills. In your program, you probably have your own language that tells you how important these are long term for our kids. So taking a step back from all those big ideas, the way we see this practically is first introducing mindset vocabulary. So I'll share a resource with you that is no points on the Yippee platform that you can download and print. It is also connecting entrepreneurial mindsets to STEM careers and workforce readiness so that your youth see the value of doing these activities. And we're also going through the iterative design thinking process over and over again. We're going to get hands-on today. So if you all can be ready with a pen and paper or ready to hop in the chat or unmute, I'm going to ask you all to jump in a couple moments with us in a design thinking process. And we're going to be looking at something that's available on the Yippee platform. You can just find us by searching VentureLab. All one word together will show you our materials. And the first one we're going to look at is this eSTEAM Design Challenge. This is hands-on. It's a kit that's available. It's 100 points. Elizabeth, am I right? People will get 200 points for attending today.
That is correct.
Okay, all right. So we have some free point items. You'll see a lot of our items on there. And this is one of our bigger items at 100 points. It is a physical kit that gets delivered to you. It comes with materials, a one-page instructor guide, and some student-facing sheets. So we're going to jump in right now. I'm going to play the role of instructor, and I will ask you all to play the role of learners with me. Okay, so I'm going to follow this instructor sheet. It's one sheet, and we're going to start with a mindset card. All right, so the mindset we have is creativity. Being creative means being bold and imaginative and not limiting your thinking to what's already done. And now we're going to do the challenge. Draw a new imaginary animal. Be sure to give it a name. So if you have a pen and paper, you can go ahead and draw it. And if you will, also please put the name of your animal in the chat. I need to grab a pen so I can join you all in this. We'll take just 30 seconds. And I'm looking over in the chat too for anybody who wants to type in the name of their animal. A horse? Okay. Laura, I have a question for you. What if your horse had to exist in space? How would your horse look or act or be if he existed in space?
Well, it would have to have a space suit. So it would be a very unique suit. Um, he, my horse, would be investigating the cosmos, and understanding, um, anti-gravity with his hooves, because that'd be very important.
Yes. All right. Laura's got a space adventure horse. I love it. Will one more person share the animal that they created? If you have a drawing, that's great. If it exists in words, you can unmute or go in the chat.
Do not want to share my drawing, but I drew something that was similar to between a sloth and a turtle just because I like both of those. But also, sloths are slow like turtles, so maybe they have to protect themselves too.
So precious. Thank you for sharing, Elizabeth.
Oh, Abby
And I
has
have
one in the chat.
one more. Yes, a womblary, which is a little hairy wombat type creature that can curl up and hang in trees like a monkey. Very cute. Thank you, Abby. All right. So that is our mindset warm up. Okay. That is what this activity kit starts out with, is reminding ourselves and our students that we are creative. Okay, and now we are going to maybe instead of groups of 3 to 4, we can use the chat. We are going to start with our Easting Design Challenge of Family Pet. I will start off by reading Empathize, and then we will go into brainstorm together in the chat. And for those of you who have pen and paper, we go into 2D prototyping. Number one, empathize. 66% of US households own a pet. What are the challenges of having a pet? What does the pet need? So let's take a pause there and go ahead and do a popcorn style. What are the challenges of having a pet? And what does a pet need? I'm looking in the chat. And if anyone can come off mute, what are the challenges? Food is a problem. Yes, yes. We have to feed our pets on time. Maybe they like or don't like the food we have. Ooh, reactive pets, pet hair. Oh, yeah. Time, food. Oh, shelter. Taking them to the vet. Oh, yeah. Exercise. Have you guys seen these exercise programs for pets? Oh, the waste. Yeah. I'm not a fan of that part either. Universal healthcare for pets. Ooh, someone's going into solution land. I like it. And having time to spend with them. Okay, very nice. All right. To help us, okay, let's go ahead to the next one. Okay, so we have all of these challenges of having a pet, and we also talk about what they need. You could give your students a lot of time in the classroom to expand on this. We'll go ahead into brainstorming. How can we design a product or service that would help a family care for a new pet? And I'll stop sharing so we can look at the chat and consider those problems we could solve. What's a product or service we could design that will make it easier for a family to care for a new pet? You're welcome to come off mute or go in the chat. Pet shampoo that's glue to limit shedding. Ooh. Ditto to the healthcare or free pet sitter program. Okay. I like this. How could we get some free or reduced cost on automatic water dispenser connected to a water source so we don't have to refill? Especially with these ice machines that are coming out, maybe we can take that water line and run it over. Any other ideas? A couple other problems were mentioned was food, reactive pets, exercise. All right. Okay, I like it. Does anybody, I'm going to ask for a volunteer. Would anybody be brave enough? Oh, wait, let me do this. We're going to do a poll because we're going to come up with a group idea together. So I see pet shampoo that stops shedding. I see universal healthcare for pets. Okay, we're going to do a quick little voting mechanism and see which idea we're going to go on and make into a jingle and a pitch. Number 3, I see an automatic water dispenser. So I'm going to say that's a water line water dispenser. Okay. So in the chat, please type in a 1, a 2, or a 3. Whichever idea we vote on, we will go ahead and do a prototype of that. So number 1 for pet shampoo, 2 for universal healthcare, and 3 to solve our water problems. Ooh, lots of 1. Okay. All right. We've got some shedding. We've got some hair problem going on in our houses. I know I sure have with my pets. I'm a dog lover and I know what it's like to have that dog hair everywhere. Okay. So let's go ahead with the shampoo that could reduce shedding. Let me go back and read the original idea so I'm not changing it too much. A pet shampoo that's glue to limit shedding. All right, Liz Nuskin coming in with an idea. I'm going to ask a brave soul if you could please come up with a 30-second pitch. We need a name for a product and a quick sales pitch for our new pet product. We've got a pet shampoo that needs a name and a quick little jingle. All right, I'll give it 5 seconds. 5. Any volunteers? 4. We're going to get your courage sticker today. 3, 2, 1. All right, I will go ahead and model our pet hair reducer shampoo glue. Okay, come today to our website, petshampooglue.com. But it's not a glue. Don't worry. It's just a fur reducer. It's going to help your pet's hair stick to them until the next wash. You use a special enzyme rinse to take out the shampoo and the extra hair so that it doesn't get around your house and your hair stays on your pet. Okay. So that is just a modeling of what this activity would look like in about 6 minutes. And if you can picture your students having a kit of materials where they are hands-on making and crafting their pet invention, this is what that activity will look like, okay? And then they can share their idea. And afterwards, you can have a debrief on the mindsets and skill sets that your students have used. Again, these printable mindset cards are available for free, no points on Yippee. And the physical kit will get mailed to you for 100 points. These are very fun, very interactive. We've had a lot of fantastic feedback on these. If you want to do 4 of them, we usually do these. You get 3 and get 1 free. And then that sets you up. You're really in a mini program at that point where you could ask students which one was their favorite, ask them to present their final idea. And we also have data reporting available. So this is a report from just a couple weeks ago about a program in Missouri. We can see how those students increase their failure resiliency, their problem solving, their design thinking. And this is just a lovely photo of some students at that final event. We love to see them sharing those wins with their community so that the good and important work that you all are doing is visible. And we're here to help you along with that. So again, the start is the mindset vocabulary. We have posters and cards available on Yippee. And then you can get into the STEM pathways and careers. If you're going to just searching for VentureLab on Yippee, you'll see a lot of our products. And I'll paste one more time in the chat for anybody that can help us with their own market research, because we will be talking about putting together a workshop soon for how to use AI to help lighten our workloads and in a conscientious way too, with things that are reducing token uses and making sure we're being friendly with the environment along with that. Oh, somebody's got AI name suggestions. There we go. All right, Liz.
Liz
The
Nuskin.
Forget about it. Wonderful, wonderful. All right. Well, thank you all so much. I hope you see how these activities can be fun, and I look forward to hearing from the other speakers. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. Yeah, that was really cool, interactive, to show us how that would guide kids and do the activities. So I hope everybody gets a chance to check out the eSteam activities from VentureLab, as well as all the other products. So thank you, Elizabeth. I'm gonna pass it over to Laura now.
Hi everyone. Hi, almost good evening. Hopefully is everyone's having a great day. So I just want to start off by saying I know it's not just me. Time seems to be flying. It just seems like there's not enough hours in a day to actually do what we need to do. But I am seriously considering cloning myself at this point. And I know that sounds wild, but honestly, if there were two of me, I could probably get a lot more done. So, since cloning is an extremely, I would say, complex task, trust me, I'm a chemist, I've looked into it. Let me give you a little context on why I feel like I need to be cloned so badly. So my name is LaJashley. I'm a cosmetic chemist and the founder and CEO of LaJaShley, which is an inside outside beauty brand with products online and in retail. And I formulate everything myself. So from hair care to body care and skincare, and now in an ingestible beauty line. So lab is always running. And then because apparently I don't sleep, I'm also the CEO of Little Science Lab, where I build STEM kits and entrepreneurship curriculum for classrooms. Oh, and I'm also a STEM facilitator and teacher too. So when I say I understand not having enough time, I mean it from the inside out. What isn't complex though, despite all of that, is figuring out how to optimize your time as an educator and have fun too. And that's where Little Science Lab's business in a box model solves. I took everything I know as a working chemist, a retail brand founder, an educator, and pretty much packaged it into something turnkey and ready for your classroom. So the prep work is already done because I've lived the chaos and I wouldn't want to hand you something that hadn't already been stress tested first. One of my latest kits, because I have a few, are available right now on Yippee Exchange platform. The Bubbly Botanica Bath Bomb kit is our newest STEM kit. One kit serves 30 students and produces 150 bath bombs. So nobody gets left out, and there's normally more than enough product to spare and have left over. Everything inside is 100% natural and vegan. And it's the same standard that I hold my own LaJaShley products to. So no synthetic junk or harmful chemicals. Everything is completely safe for classroom environments. It's not just a box of supplies, but it comes with a full digital curriculum. So the lesson plan is already written, the activity is structured, the STEM connections are already mapped out. So you're buying a turnkey experience, but a box of things that you don't have to figure out on a Sunday night, so to speak. So now let's talk about what students are actually learning from our kits, because this is where my chemistry brain shows up. This is in the lab portions, students are already doing chemistry. So for instance, for our bath bomb kit, they're learning about acid-base reactions, carbon dioxide released, and formulation ratios. So this is the same foundational science I work with in my own lab. We've just made it accessible, tactile, and exciting for young learners. But we don't stop at science. So we move from the lab to market, which is literally the journey I take with every LaJaShley product. So students take what they formulated and build a brand around it. So logo design, cost analysis, marketing strategy. They go from being a young chemist to being young entrepreneurs in the same unit. And as for the educator, it hits multiple curriculum standards in one activity. So you have your science, economics, and business component, one kit done. And then, so now you may be thinking, what does this actually look like in my classroom? So you can run it like a startup simulation. So you can transform your space into a production facility for a day. Students work at stations, they're producing. It feels like a real operation because it technically is one. So I designed it to mirror what actual small batch production day looks like in a real lab. So then using the templates included in the digital curriculum, you can host a classroom Shark Tank. So students can pitch their natural product brands, logo, price points, their entire story that they can cater around it. And then the teachers can become investors and they're the founders. And also, many teachers had great success with using our kits for fundraising as well, because there's enough for the kids to sell. The whole thing is fun for them and structured for you, so less stress, high impact. That's the standard I hold every kid to because I'm not just an educator, I'm a CEO, and I know that it means um, uh, to to need something that actually works. Um, and then, of course, the best part, you can get the Bubbly Botanica Bath Bomb Kit right now at Yippee Exchange using your Yippee points. The same points you'll receive after this power hour. You can scan the QR code on the slide and it'll take you directly to this kit and any other kit that I have on the platform. So the other kits that I have are our Eco Lip Balm, Botanical Hair and Body Mist, Body Butter Stem Kits. So yeah. Now I know this program is definitely a great tool for the kids, but as educators, it can be a stress reliever too. So a lot of educators really have fun with these kits as well. And also I'll be coming out with a new kit, candles. It'll be launching in September. So we'll be introducing that new STEM kit, and it'll be covering different things like thermodynamics and wake science and all that stuff. So um, happy creating, and thank you, I for allowing me to present, and looking forward to hearing the other speakers, and really great hearing about VentureLab too, Elizabeth. Really great. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, great. This is very cool new product there. Thank you for sharing. I know there's people on here probably, I'm sure, that have used some of the resources prior to this, but it's great to hear from both Elizabeth and you, Laura, about new products. And we to continue that, we have Abby is going to talk about CEOs of Tomorrow and their products.
Yes. Hi everybody. Super great to be here. And really cool to hear also, yeah, about all of these other products. Um, as I was listening to Laura, our was realizing too, our kits sound kind of similar. However, there's different types of curriculum that go to it, so it's really cool like that y'all have all these options to go through. So excited to be here and tell you a bit about our impactful creations kits that we have. Um, like I mentioned, I'm here with CEOs of Tomorrow. I'm our youth empowerment coach, which I'll talk a bit more about my role in a little bit. But CEOs of Tomorrow was founded 10 years ago now, just with the mission of inspiring youth to unlock entrepreneurship, and entrepreneurial gifts. Really focusing on social entrepreneurship to help make the world a better place. We have lots of different hands-on programs that we work with middle through high school students, teaching them, critical life skills and giving them an opportunity, like I said, to make that positive social change while also getting to earn some money of their own. And so with that, we have a handful of programs working in the high schools, 9th through 12th grade students. We're currently based in the Madison, Wisconsin area, but we have internship programs. We have teen ambassador opportunities where the teens can actually, learn skills of their own and then go out into the community and teach other teens as well. So, youth getting to lead other youth. We have summer camp opportunities coming up. And then we also have two international slash national programs where our global excursions, we have a partnership with a high school in the Gambia. So um, we have a virtual session through that where some students across the US get to virtually connect with students in the Gambia and actually come up with like a business idea to help improve their communities too and work together, having that cultural connection too. And then the global excursion is where we actually take students to the Gambia and work with students there as well. So lots of really cool opportunities for students to get involved and grow. And through these programs, they're able to earn high school credits as well as college credits for some of the courses and online digital badges that can be used to improve their resume going forward. Um, as you can see, we've given out 180 total high school credits to our local high school area students so far, and 370 local college credits because the curriculum that has been designed has been in partnership with our local school districts. So it's all in alignment with, yeah, like school requirements and stuff. So you know what you're getting is going to be like in alignment with what your schools need and want. It's not just like thrown out there too. So with that, the programs that I specifically lead are our community-based programs. They're primarily served in our like middle schools, but they've also been at some local community centers. This is where the programs will like hire us to bring our impactful creations, our business kits, into the classroom and walk the students through the curriculum that comes with the impactful creations. Um, with that, the students are learning. I have a slide where I'll talk through some of the, main things that students learn. But we walk them through like caring about local social issues and actually learning about the communities that we're a part of. But then at the end of it, we host a kidpreneur event where the kids are actually getting to have a sales night and learn how to sell their product to the community. So all of it is going through the curriculum to build up to this final event where the youth get the opportunity to actually make their own profit. And so far, the youth businesses across our programs have actually been able to make $15,500 in profits, which is like really huge. And then, of course, like I said, that social entrepreneurship side, um, students donate to local and national organizations as well. So, with our kits, the Impactful Creation Kits, they were actually started and designed by our teen ambassadors over the years as the kits have come out. So on our website, we have currently 5 different kits that can be purchased. We have individual kits. So like if you have a kid at home that you want to do the kit with, just like solo, you can do that. Um, that's really like a very popular option that people will do them as like holiday gifts or birthday gifts or stuff like that. So they're fun, but also obviously educational then. And then we also offer is refill packs for that. So you can purchase like more of the, yeah, you can purchase more of the material to be able to keep that business running if the student was really enjoying it. They're able to keep that going and then yeah, keep that success of their business going. But definitely encourage folks to check it out. It's one of our very popular, yeah, just ways for people to get engaged and introduced to entrepreneurship and like social engagement as well. With that, though, we have 2 specific classroom editions of our kits that are available on our website, but then also on Yippee, which obviously all of y'all are here to learn more about that specifically. So the classroom editions we have is our homemade soap business, as well as then our homemade gummy candy business. And so in these kits, It comes with all of the materials that your students will need to be able to make their products. And then it also comes with a guidebook that is going to teach you and take you through the curriculum and take the students through that curriculum. The students through that curriculum are going to learn about social entrepreneurship. So how to become a CEO, how to, be able to start their own business, but how to do that from a lens of caring and caring about their community. And so you can talk about, whether you have a specific social issue you want to bring up, but then they can do research about like local businesses they might want to support. Or you let the kids have, those meaningful conversations and talk about social issues themselves is a really powerful part of like the programs and what we do in the classroom is letting kids talk about things they're passionate about. Then from there, we have business planning, like branding, marketing is where the students design their own logos, they create their business names, and they learn different portions and like the technical side behind marketing. So we have content and curriculum specifically is the word I'm looking for. Yeah, designed around what is marketing? How do you get folks to, know about your brand? And then obviously the product production and packaging comes with everything, like I said, that the students need to be able to actually supply their business. They get the math skills necessary to run the business as well included in it. So they learn about like expenses going into actually purchasing like products and stuff like that. And so they learn about what does it take to actually make a profit. They learn about profit formula. Then the final kind of final steps is that like pitch, presentation, and sales day skills, where they create the pitch of their own to be able to sell the product at their event. Um, and again, you can do it like if y'all at your school host an event, that's great. End of our programs, the schools will host an event or do it in tandem with another event. So like this weekend, for example, we're going to one of the school's spring festivals and we're going to sell it at their festival as the kids' sales event. But we've also done ones where the kids are just selling in their classroom and we invite family and friends to come shop from the kids as well. And then the kids get to practice order tracking and that um, like merchandise tracking of how much product I've sold, how much, profit I've made, how much, like what percent am I donating, that kind of thing. So touches on lots of different important skills that can be taken into different lessons in life later. With that, our students have chosen and supported 54 different social issues over the years so far. 510 youth businesses have been launched across our programs. And then out of those profits that I talked about earlier, $6,000 of those profits have been, or no, the profit is what they've earned, but then in addition to that, $6,000 is what has actually been donated out to different organizations. So the youth are making a huge impact and get really excited about it. Just have to give the opportunity to actually do that and learn about it. So with that, if you want to follow us on social media, like check out our website or email us if you have any other like specific questions, definitely do that to stay connected. But then our kits are available on Yippee right now for 300 Yippee points. But yeah, thank you so much for the opportunity for us to share about our kits here. And yeah, it's exciting learning about all of the other kits available too.
Yeah, thank you. It's actually really cool because if you don't know, I was in the classroom for over 20 years, and while I am not teaching anymore, I have to say that listening to all of this, the gears are going, and I have to think that a lot of the educators on here are like, how can I put these together? Because my brain's like, oh, I could do this with eSteam and like prime the gears there with the kids, like stretch their brains, and then make these businesses and like different classes or different teachers. We could do the different kits and then have that selling experience. And I'm gonna talk a little bit about Suzanne has not been able to join us, but I'm going to talk about one more kit. Her organization actually has, I think, three now available on Yippee, but we just used one actually gearing our kids up for selling experience. So I'm thinking about like all the different kits and products, and how they could just relate to different content areas or different age groups or just like different classes in, if you had like four fourth grades, then they could have like a little selling experience or something. So um, so thank you, first of all. We just did we call it May Market, pretty simple, Market in May. But we just did our May Market on Friday, which was an opportunity. We work out of a school. Our offices are housed in a school, and we work with students, kindergarten through eighth grade, at that school to kind of lead them in the whole selling experience from like developing the product all the way through. And with the fifth and sixth grades, I used a product from the Young CEO Squad, and it's called the Mystery Pack Business Workshop, and it talks about the psychology of mystery packs, like you don't know what you're going to get, and so the appeal of that, and it walks the kids through, like they have to list who would want that, why would that be appealing. We had things, shouted out for everything from like collectors to people that want to provide small gifts at a birthday party to, just kids that want to collect charms, or the actual packs have one bracelet that has holes kind of like Crocs, and they have 5 charms in each pack. And you could also do it for Crocs. So some kids were, just Croc wearers, but they had to think of who the target audience was and work all the way through. They actually put together the packs, had to work together in an assembly line, and then talk about what the challenges came with the different roles on the assembly line. We talked about pricing, and it was our model business. So they had the choice to sell those packs for their own product. Everyone sold their own product. So then we did other things with the packs, which was really cool, but we used the packs as a model business. So that's also something to think about, because every time that we talked about selling their own product or their own target audience or pricing their own product, we came back to the sample business just because everyone had seen that and been part of that. And so when you had, kids selling all different kinds of things, it was hard to talk to the whole group about all the different businesses, but we could keep coming back to, well, what did we do when we had to market this? What kind of, what did you put on the sign to promote, what was your slogan? What was your business name? Why did we price it the way we priced it? And so we kept coming back to this sample business. So that was really cool. Oh, yes. Sorry, I was looking at the chat. Thank you everybody for putting your own websites. I will also put all of these websites and products and everything in the follow-up email, but including this product too, or this organization as well, because this is Young CEO Squad. So I know we have CEOs of tomorrow and Young CEO Squad, but we will make sure to give all the information about everybody and all of the kits and all the opportunities and all the activities. So thank you to these speakers for sharing yours, and I hope you check out all of these products as well as the ones that I will share from Young CEO Squad. And yeah, I want to also ask, because we have a second before I have announcements and things to make, but has anyone that's currently on here used any of these kits? That and you can unmute and shout out if you want to say anything about any of these. Well, that is just so much potential then.
Can I say I want the
Yes.
gummy bear
Yeah.
recipe because I've tried to make homemade gummy candy and they never worked out. So I'm really curious about that kit, Abby.
Yeah, that's cool. That sounds fun. I know we used it actually before I came to YEI. I know that we used it in the same club setting and building up to our May market a couple years ago. So cool. Um, so I do have a series of announcements. Everything is very exciting that I'm going to announce. Um, oh, wait, sorry. Before announcements, I do want to say there was a lot of talk about Yippee today. If by any chance you do not know what Yippee is or want to hear more about it, please stay on at the end of the session. You will get 200 points. I'll put the code in the chat in just a few minutes. But if you are unfamiliar with Yippee, it is an amazing platform with all of these resources and so many more. So please stick around so that you can learn more about that. It is an online platform run by Burton D. Morgan Foundation and has not just these kits and activities, but all kinds of curriculum, guest speakers, games, books, all kinds of things. So you will get more information about that in the follow-up email, but also if you have any questions or want to hear some more about it, please stick around. So announcements. Our next Power Hour is scheduled for Tuesday, June 9th. And we are looking at kind of multiple products within the same package that day. So if that intrigued you, please save the date and look for more information on that. Oh, thank you, Mary, for putting the June 9th Power Hour there. We have very exciting news about our fall conference, Inspire. We have a date and a place. So here in Northeast Ohio, save the date for October 16th and 17th. We will have some activities and sessions on Friday afternoon, evening, and then during the day on Saturday. If you're not in Northeast Ohio, consider this your invitation to Cleveland. Come on up, join us. And it's a really great annual conference. We have lots of fun and networking. So that will be at the Parma Snow Branch Library again, a great location that we held it at last year. And then last but not least at all, registration is open for the out of school time and summer pitch challenge. That is a national challenge. And if you go to our website, and I will send out the link as well, you can register so that we know that you have interest, and then we can help you through the submission process, getting your kids to submit. So this is nationwide. Anybody is welcome to have their kids video film 30 to 90-second pitches and submit them into the challenge. And thank you, Mary, for putting the link to that in the chat there. I will also send it in the email. So I know you're all waiting for the code and the survey link because you just have to give us feedback. I really would love to hear from you. Anything that you have to give in terms of feedback, comments, anything, please do that in the survey. And then the code here for the 200 points that are available to everybody is their May 26th PH. So yeah, if you have questions for any of us, speakers or YEI team members, please stick around. And thank you all I know May is so busy, so thank you for joining us after school on a May event. So really appreciate you being here. Any other comments, questions? Did I miss anything? All right. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
Yeah, thanks, y'all.
Thank you.
Everyone have a good afternoon.
You
too.
Bye.
Thank you.